Several weeks ago, we had an in-reach Shabbaton at BGX for Yidden who grew up from but sadly are no longer on the derech. It was 2.5 minutes before this man. I was already in the middle of davening when suddenly a young man approached me. He looked very anxious and he said to me, "Rebbe, do you have a cigarette?" I said, "No, I'm sorry, I don't. I'm the least likely person to have a cigarette in the world." He said, "Well, is there anybody here that has a cigarette? I need a cigarette." I said, "I don't think so." Somehow, he was able to procure a cigarette in the nick of time, and I saw that he was puffing away outside on Avenue K right before Shabbos. Very strange to me. Later that evening, in the middle of the Suda, this fellow comes over to me. He says, "Rebbe, you probably think, what was the guy thinking? What was this about? Why do you need a cigarette a minute before Shabbos?" He says, I struggle with Shabbos observance. I haven't been Shomer Shabbos in a long time. Recently, I made the decision to start keeping Shabbos, but it's really hard. I needed the last puff so I could separate from the cigarette for 25 hours. And then I keep Shabbos. For me, the world stopped. I felt like I was looking at a tzaddik. And if it wasn't Shabbos, I would have gone outside to Avenue K, looked for the ashes from the cigarette, took those ashes, put it in a bottle, and sent it off to Shemayim with the letter, "Dear Rabino Shalom, these ashes are pure and holy. It comes from somebody who is Omei bin Yisayon. It comes from somebody who was able to resist, who was able to withhold, somebody who was able to refrain." You know what? Each and every one of us, it may be that 1 minute, half a minute, 10 seconds of not looking at something inappropriate could be just as hard as holding back from that cigarette for 25 hours. But the first avodah in the Beis HaMikdash every single day, the very first avodah, was menial and degrading. It was disposing of the ashes from the carbon that was burnt the day before. And yet, the Kohanim, they competed. They fought over this avodah. Why? Isn't it belittling? Isn't it disparaging? Says the Sifsei Tzaddik, because those ashes that were burnt, they were holy. They came from somebody who faced sin, who faced temptation, and said, "Ad kan, that's enough. It's a new day, a new dawn, a new beginning, a new reality." Those ashes are pure. And that's why the Kohanim fought over disposing of these holy ashes. When you want to do something, you stop. You take those ashes and you give it to the Rabino Shalom, give it to the Eibishter in a bottle, and say, "Eibishter, let this be a kapara. Let this be an atonement for me, for Klal Yisrael, for my family. Because I could have, I would have, I should have, I stopped. I was Omei bin Yisayon. This is my gift. These ashes are yours." Just like the ashes from the last puff. You could do it.